Welcome to Director's Corner podcast, where we talk digital marketing, for the funeral industry. And today we are going to be diving into a newsletter by Angela.
Okay.
It's titled Navigating Death in the Digital Age, AI Search Ranking and the Funeral Industry.
All right. Diving in. Ever find yourself amazed at how quickly you can find what you need online? Like you type in a few words and boom, there it is.
It's pretty incredible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going deep on something you probably use every day but don't think much about, AI search ranking.
We've got a lot of great info to unpack here. We'll cover how search has evolved, what AI actually brings to the table, and why this matters to you.
Basically, how AI helps you cut through the noise and get to what you need online, fast.
Think back to the early days of the internet. Finding stuff was like sifting through a giant haystack.
Oh yeah, remember those first search engines? It was all about matching words on a page. The more matches, the better. But pretty basic, right?
Super basic. But then things started to change. We saw link analysis come into play. The thinking was, if lots of good sites link to a page, it must be valuable.
Right, like a vote of confidence from the web itself. And then came semantic understanding. Search engines started trying to grasp the meaning behind your words, not just the words themselves.
But as more and more content flooded the web, we needed something even smarter. We needed AI.
And that's where AI search ranking comes in. It uses algorithms, basically programs they can learn, to decide which search results are the most useful and put those at the top.
So it's not just a numbers game anymore.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Traditional methods put a lot of weight on things like how often your search terms appeared on a page and how authoritative a website seemed.
Like how many other sites were linking to it, that kind of thing.
Exactly. But AI digs deeper. It tries to understand your intent. What are you really looking for? It also considers the context of your search. Like, are you on your phone? What have you searched for before? All these factors help it predict what you'll find most useful.
So why should we care about all this? Well, think about it. When you search for something, you usually just click on one of those top results.
Most people do. And if you have to wade through pages and pages of irrelevant links, you're likely to give up.
And that's where AI search ranking comes in. It tries to get you the right results fast. Two things are key here: precision and recall.
Precision means the results are actually relevant to your search. And recall means that you're seeing all the relevant stuff that's out there.
So the better the AI, the faster and easier it is for you to find the information you need. But how does this smart ranking actually work?
It's all powered by machine learning. One of the big ideas is something called learning to rank.
Learning to rank.
Yeah. Sometimes humans actually tell the system what's a good result for a particular search.
Oh, so there's still a human element to it.
Absolutely. But other times, the system learns by looking for patterns in the data itself. Or it might learn from what users do, like which links they click on.
So if I search for best pizza near me and I keep clicking on the first result, the system learns that that pizza place is probably a good one.
Exactly. And we've all heard about these fancy AI models like BERT and RankBrain.
They sound like characters from a sci-fi movie. What are they up to?
They're actually pretty amazing tools that help AI understand language better. Think of BERT as making the AI a better reader. It understands how words in a sentence relate to each other.
Ah, so it's not just looking at individual words, it's seeing the bigger picture.
Right. And RankBrain is great at figuring out what you mean, even if your search terms are a bit strange or vague.
Like if I type in something misspelled or use slang.
Exactly. There's also technology that can grasp the concepts on a page, not just the specific words. And some AI can even look at specific sections of a page to see if they answer your question directly.
That's pretty wild. So basically it's getting smarter all the time, and part of that is because of how we use it.
Totally. One important factor is something called click-through rate, or CTR.
Click-through rate.
It's just whether people actually click on a search result. If a lot of people click on a particular result, that tells the algorithm it's probably a good one, and the ranking gets adjusted.
So it's like a constant feedback loop.
Right. Now, beyond just the words on a page, what else matters to these AI ranking systems?
Yeah, what else makes a website stand out?
Well, the quality of the content itself is super important. Search engines look for something called EEAT: expertise, experience, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness.
That makes sense, especially if you're looking for info on things like health or finance. You want to know the source is credible.
Absolutely. And they also pay attention to user experience. Things like how fast a page loads, whether it's mobile friendly, and even how long people spend reading it. These can all be signs of quality.
So even with all this AI, the basics of good web design still matter.
Oh, absolutely. Having a technically sound website is still crucial. And don't forget about your website's authority.
Authority.
Like how many other good websites link to you, that still plays a big role. So does making sure your site is easy for AI to understand? Things like using structured data can really help.
So it's this whole combination of factors that comes together to determine your ranking.
Right. And it's important to remember that AI is constantly learning and adapting. What works today might not work tomorrow.
So what are some of the big takeaways here? I mean, how is AI fundamentally changing the search landscape?
Well, first, AI actually understands context and intent. It's not just about matching keywords anymore.
It's like it can actually read our minds a little bit.
In a way, yeah. And it's constantly learning from all the data it gathers. Plus, it can tailor results to you specifically based on your past searches and preferences. And sometimes, it can even give you direct answers without you having to click on any links.
Like those AI overviews we see at the top of some search results.
Exactly. And it can even rephrase your searches to make sure it's finding the best possible results. It's a pretty huge leap from those early keyword matching days.
Definitely. But what does this mean for websites? Is it all good news?
It's a mixed bag, to be honest. Those AI overviews are great for users, but they can also lead to what we call zero-click searches.
Zero-click.
Meaning people get their answer right there on the search page and never actually click through to a website.
So that could be bad news for website traffic.
It could be. But on the flip side, if your website is the one providing that answer in the AI overview, that's great for visibility.
So there are both challenges and opportunities here.
Absolutely. Understanding how to optimize for those AI overviews is becoming more and more important. But remember, the websites that rank highly in the organic results are still more likely to be featured as sources by the AI.
So if you're a website owner or content creator, what should you be doing to navigate this AI-driven world?
First and foremost, focus on creating high-quality content that demonstrates EEAT.
Expertise, experience, authoritativeness, trustworthiness.
Right. Make sure your content is well-structured and clearly answers users' questions, and try to really understand what people are searching for.
So keyword research is still important.
It is, but it's more about understanding intent now. And of course, make sure your website is technically sound. Fast loading times, mobile friendliness, all that good stuff.
So the fundamentals are still there, but with this added layer of AI on top.
Precisely. Build your website's authority by getting links from other reputable sites. And consider how AI crawlers access and understand your site.
So looking ahead, what can we expect to see in the future of AI search?
Well, I think we can expect to see even more AI overviews.
Yeah.
And we might see the rise of AI assistants that proactively find information for us.
Like a personalized research assistant in our pocket?
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And the importance of content quality and brand reputation will likely grow even stronger. We'll probably see conversational search become even more natural and intuitive. And AI will get even better at using real-time information to provide the most up-to-date results.
And I bet we'll see more multimedia in search results, like videos, images, and even audio.
For sure. Search is becoming a much richer and more interactive experience.
So it's safe to say that AI is fundamentally changing how we access and understand information.
It is. And it's presenting both challenges and opportunities for everyone involved.
But one thing's for sure, it's not going away anytime soon. Adapting to these changes and prioritizing valuable user-centric content is going to be key to navigating this intelligent future of search.
Couldn't agree more.
It really makes you wonder,
Wow.
how else might AI change how we discover and make sense of information in the years to come? That's something to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us.